My project was compiled of a wide variety of skills such as 3D modelling, 3D animation, video compositing and video effects across a range of multimedia softwares such as Cinema 4D, After Effects and Photoshop. The 3D modelling process was carried out in Cinema 4D. I began the space scene by creating the planet Earth model. The process of each 3D model begins with a simple mesh object, which in this case is a sphere. I imitated the low poly style by deleting the Fong tag and unchecking the render perfect box, allowing the end sphere to be rendered out, displaying a roughly segmented object. I then textured the object by creating material and dragging it onto the layer. Using different modelling tools such as live selection and extrude, as shown on the screen, I was able to create the river through the object. I added the mountain features to the outside of the Earth by selecting an area using the surface selection tool, extruding the area and scaling the top to create the shape of a mountain. I then textured the mountains, added other assets for decoration, and this asset was complete. I repeated this process to create other assets to finalise the scene, such as the planets, the meteors, and the rockets. Similar processes were used for each asset, however some assets such as the lighthouse and the cabin required different techniques and tools. Both these assets involved lighting, another aspect to modelling for animation. To make a light for the lighthouse, I duplicated the glass layer and scaled it down, then added a light and made it a child of the object. I did a PSR reset to centre the light, changed the colour and set the visible light setting to volumetric. Finally, I scaled down the light and increased the intensity. For finishing touches, I put Lighthouse into the Include Project selection so that the light only affects a specific portion of the object. A different light, called an area light, was used to create the light inside the cabin. 3D animation and visual effects of a lighthouse scene were also used to create the water and camera movement. By adding a displacer and then a noise shader to my plane, I created the water. I then turned up the animation speed setting to 0.6 to replicate water movement. I then animated the camera to move around my lighthouse. I did this by creating a circle spline, rotating it 90 degrees so it surrounded the lighthouse and scaling it up. I then created a camera and aligned it to the circle spline path. I then rendered each scene out and compiled them together in After Effects to create the final product.